am redesigning 5 subs OCs today, so we'll go ahead and get into it. The first one is from one of my Discord members, Saddle Patch, her character, Rain. Now, don't get me wrong, I already love his current design, but I thought we'd go ahead and add a little bit more MLP to it, and since it was already a very, headstrong design, there's a lot going on already to it, I wanted to kind of break it down so it wasn't as much, but the design, like I said, I love it. However, she did it, and she did it wonderfully, so this is just me, adding my own to it. Now, in these redesigns, I'm not trying to ruin someone's design. It's just for fun, and it's good practice. And these people submitted, so obviously they were totally fine with it. I didn't read full into all the descriptions that were posted, and there were a lot to choose from, so I only chose 5, and I didn't tell anybody the ones that I chose, so this is, surprise, your character is getting redesigned. Now, I would love to do another set of these. If this hits about 3,000 views, I'll do a second video on redesigns, and I'll probably do 3 on the next one. 5 was a lot to fit into one video, which actually made this video a little bit longer than I wanted, but that's totally fine. Now, as you can see, there are 2 characters that have a cutie mark that involves a cloud in this because of the type of character they are, so just let it be. Now, I really do enjoy Rain. I think he's just so pretty on his own as Saddle Patch's design. I wasn't too sure what the little bracelet was on his hoof, so I just added the numbers and the letter to it and was like, yes. But he kind of felt like he would probably zip through a lot of, pun there, zip storm, but he would probably zip through a bunch of storms. Now, in my opinion, I think that Pegasus would be possibly bigger than the other pony species, thinking about it. But I could also see where someone would say, hey, no, they really mostly only use their wings, which is true. But they use a lot of their entire body too, so I feel like Pegasus would be a little bit more beefy, and unicorns would be more slim, and then of course you just have this medium size with Earth ponies. But I do want to thank you guys for absolutely enjoying the little creepypasta rarity thing. That was fun. I might continue with that after this current infection series. But yeah, back to these. For me, whenever I redesign these, I don't think of it as, oh, I'm better than somebody else. I'm not. I don't ever claim to be, and I never will be. But I like to have practice on character creation, and this is a really good practice, is to just redesign other characters, what's their personality and stuff, how does that translate to the design, is it a very forgettable design, is it a memorable design, what's its color scheme, stuff like that. Just, it's simple stuff, kind of like when I made my Pony Sona, I just made her based off of what I really enjoy, which I obviously really like doing my hair. But that's just me. Not everybody's like that, and that's totally fine. But I think my favorite part about Rain was his eyes from Saddle Patch, so I just translated those over to the My Little Pony design. He didn't really give me too much trouble. Him and my very last redesign didn't give me very much trouble, but the second redesign after Rain, it was a little harder, I think. But I actually had a lot of fun, and I enjoy doing this because I enjoy seeing people's excitement once they get their characters back. So, if there was lore for him, maybe he could be Applejack and Rainbow Dash's son with the little freckles. So maybe, it doesn't have to be an actual thing, but it's just fun to add random lore to people's characters when they don't need it. I had to change the background to do the color of the cloud. It like wouldn't let me with it being blue because IBS is weird. I really like the little bluish to green rainbow in the cloud. But there's Rain. I hope you guys liked how he came out. And then we'll move on to the next one. Ooh, did she give me a run for my money? And this character was submitted by creator Pascal, I believe on YouTube. They submitted this, and I really got stuck on the whole like shy and cold thing. I really was like really into that, so I had to redo her like repeatedly until I got out of the don't focus on just this little personality trait, focus on other things. Like, how does Cloudy Sunray turn into a design? Because that's the name of this character, is Cloudy Sunray. As you can see, I almost did like a vapor trail design. I was like back and forth with almost a rarity vapor trail mix and like a very depressed pony design on this one. It was kind of I don't know why this one was so difficult, but I redid it so many times and it made this take way longer to get done, to edit, to post, all of that. It didn't need to take that long, but here we are. Just deal with it. I do like how she came out in the end. This is not her final design right here. I think it was possibly, I think it's kind of a mix of this one and another one. It's been all day. I've been doing this all day. Yes, this is the design I chose. This is the one that actually like, okay, this looks good. This came out good. Oh, my hand hurts after that. But I figure if like she's a Cloudy Sunray, maybe she really likes the cold, but likes to hit those like rays of sun when she's flying about in cold weather. So that's kind of where this design came from, and I took a little bit of inspiration from Luster Dawn on the way I did her hair, which was like the layering of color and the gradient, which Luster Dawn has a really pretty design, and I'm never not gonna say that because she does. I'm still upset that we never got anything after that. It's just, it feels so left off, but you know, it is what it is. As you can see here, I kind of went back to this like somewhat of a twist on Rarity and Vapor Trail's hair for this, and I think it actually worked out pretty well in her favor. I may not have needed to really make that part of her mane fly up so far, but I like to think that she was like in some windy weather at the moment, like where she was in this pose. And I tried to make room for like all of the characters I did, and hopefully it translates well. I think they all look good together too, so. And I do the stripe of blue because it just kind of like breaks up the warmth of her hair. I did want to keep that almost colder gray tone to her fur design as the original was, but I did change up her scarf to being more like, oh, this is like her warm kind of thing. I almost had her gnawing on it in one of the sketches, but I realized that was just a little like a weird quirk that she may keep to herself, like she nibbles on it here and there. But that's just me. Now, I think that the design for her originally was already pretty good. I think obviously it probably just needed like a few tweaks, especially if it's a very old character. I always like to update my characters. My Pony Son will probably get updated at some point, so watch out. Yeah, she kind of gave me derpy feels almost for a second. Before I decided to put that blue strip in her hair to break up the color, she almost became a derpy. I almost made her a derpy. I love derpy. Who doesn't love derpy? But, I think this was just like, it's an exercise that you should definitely try out more often than you normally do. And I like to think that people will enjoy these when they're done, but if not, it totally makes sense. It's totally fine. I'm not gonna be mad at the world if they don't like it, but you know, hopefully you guys can tell me which design you like the best, what you would have done if you would have done anything differently, and why you chose to do it differently. You know, it's a good aspect just to always know why you did something. And because everything's purposeful that you do. So like what was it about this that you did differently? I feel like I could have made her cutie mark better, but it wasn't really hitting me. I think because it took so long to actually just do her design, I just kind of like threw the cutie mark together, but I really like her design. It's one of my favorites that I did today, even though it literally kicked my butt in the beginning and would not would not let me do what I wanted it to do. Ah. I kind of forgot what I was gonna say. I just got stuck looking at her because I thought she's so pretty. I do want to try to go to like a con or something this year for 2025. Maybe bring merch or just show up and meet people if I can. I don't really know when cons are. Every time I look, they're always way out north in the States, and I'm far down south in the States, so I need some southern cons, unfortunately. I wouldn't mind traveling up, but the only way I can travel is during the summer, so we'll see. So if you know of a con that I should go to, let me know. And here we have Crimson Heart 01's Alicorn. I didn't get to read the description she had till after, and she was looking for a unicorn design. So sorry, you're getting another Alicorn. I just redid her Alicorn design. Oops. But she was pretty easy. I toned down her design because it felt very busy at first, which busy designs are good. Don't get me wrong. Busy designs can be good if you do them the right way. You know, sometimes having a busy design can be very nerve-wracking. Like for me, I did a chimera design to my pony Sona, but for a lot of people that may still be pretty busy, even though it's just some black patches. But at the same time, they're kind of randomly placed, which makes it a little harder. Now for her, I kind of wanted to have that like very like King Sombra type horn that I gave her with like this like power of like fire emitting from the top of it, kind of like it would be a volcano. If she gets mad enough, it just like explodes. But yeah, I also like the idea of having like the part in the middle on the hair for the bangs. That's kind of something I liked that they did with what's her name? Opaline. I like that idea that they did with Opaline, but they just kind of made her too saturated, I think, for me. But, you know. Of course, I really like the fire design, but I didn't want it to come off as just Daybreaker, because this almost reminds me of like a even darker Daybreaker somehow. So yeah, I'm not gonna do another Daybreaker. But yeah. Sorry that I'm getting this video out so late. This took way longer than I expected it to today, and after family and personal events, it's been like, it's been a lot. And I get to go back to work tomorrow. No more winter break for me. Not another break until probably March or April. So, yeah. But I'm still going to try to upload every Sunday for you guys. I do appreciate you guys watching the videos as much as you do and giving me the support that I so desperately need. I'm kidding. Though it is great to build a community with you guys and see what you guys enjoy and just be inspiration to people. I never thought I would be, but apparently I have been, and that's been great to know. That makes me happy. So if you ever want to draw anything, tag me. Now, YouTube doesn't always show me. I am more active on Instagram. Of course, it's under the name Juno Fox, so you can follow me there because I am more active there, but I try to be just as active here and on TikTok, both. And for this pretty hair, I was thinking about Twilight whenever I did it, but, you know, we'll just pretend like I wasn't thinking about Twilight. Whenever I did this little, like, kind of split in the hair at the bottom, I still wanted it to have that warmth like the fire, so I did do the gradient. Of course, again, I really like putting gradients in hair. Don't come for me. Don't come at me. And I also like the idea of having, like, not the evil eyes per se, but like dragon eyes. Like, maybe this character has dragon fire control, but like isn't evil with it, but her eyes just like stay like that because dragons. Yeah. And apparently somebody told me that my rarity reminded them of, what's that game? If that was a game. Slaughter Horse. I didn't know that was a thing. Someone could have told me. I feel like I should play the game right. If you guys want me to play Slaughter Horse, let me know. I'm kind of scared to play it, but if you guys want me to play it, I will. Just for you. Only for you guys. And of course, I did the gradient on her wings, kind of like Princess Cadence. It just felt right, if that makes any sense. I also did a gradient on her feet, and I did it after I put all of the layers together. Don't do that. Don't put all the layers together. So it looks a little odd, but oops. Oh well, just pretend like I didn't do it. And I feel, of course, she's an alicorn, so she needs the chest plate, and I gave her a crown. I didn't do the feet plates generally, I just forgot. So, I have a bad habit of forgetting. My ADHD's going 90 to nothing, and I'm not trying to do so many projects at once. I then, like, get flustered and then forget what design I'm doing at that point. So, yeah. I still want to create a card game for you guys to enjoy. I want to create My Little Pony merch. Working on that slowly. If you guys want merch of My Pony Sona, let me know. I haven't made merch of her, but I'm like not opposed to it. If you guys want it, then I will do it. But the first piece of merch will probably be of Twilight, just as like a test run. So I'm thinking either keychains or enamel pins or like buttons. So what you guys want to see, like merch wise, tell me. I will do it. Maybe. Possibly. Okay, I'll do it. You talked me into it. I'll do it. I can hear you typing on your phone and on your keyboards. Also for her cutie mark, I wanted the queen from the chessboard, so that is what she got. I don't think she had a cutie mark to begin with, so yay, here's your cutie mark, Crimson. Sorry I didn't read your description all the way through, but here we are. Also, me and a couple other awesome horse and My Little Pony artists will be fixing AI work, fixing AI designs. And this is for Lavender Rose the skeleton. I think that this person posted their pony like months ago when I first was gonna do it, and I only picked one person, and then I got busy and I kind of forgot. So if you posted a character that you wanted done, I did not see it. If it was like 7-8 months ago, I did not see it. I'm not gonna see it. So you have to resubmit whenever I do these, unfortunately, because it gets flooded. And she has a bat pony, so I was like, you know what? Flutter bat inspiration right here, which I do kind of like the like mohawk idea on a bat pony, because I feel like it makes more sense. I feel like they're just rugged enough that they need it. Hers was more obviously a lavender color, but I don't know, something just told me to do this like pink. So if you didn't want pink, oops. She also didn't have a cutie mark on here, so I just kind of did whatever. So yeah, but I hope you guys are looking forward to the video of us fixing AI designs. We'll all show our speed paints and whatnot. We're very excited. Our plan is to post that probably Valentine's Day is what we're shooting for. That way you have Valentine's Day to post. Happy Valentine's Day for me. But yeah, I'm excited to have other people on the channel to collaborate with, and maybe we can collaborate on a few other things if you guys really enjoy it. And there is a Pokemon artist that I might be collaborating with soon, so I'm excited for that too. I'm very excited. I'm super duper excited to do collaborations. I love collaborations. So if there's another artist out there, My Little Pony or whatever, and you want to do a collaboration video, hit me up on Instagram. I will be there for it. Now, for her mohawk, I felt like she had this like kind of pink punk rock vibe to her already. She kind of reminded me of, is it Rogue? I think it's Rogue from Sonic. She kind of made me think of that, so I kind of played off of that almost. I really like Bat Ponies. There needs to be more Bat Pony characters. And I just made her eyes this like somewhat softish blue purple kind of violet color, so she also didn't have a cutie mark like I said before, so I just went ahead and did like a bat rose kind of thing because I didn't see like a name for the character or anything. So I did with what I had. I worked with what I had. Now, personally, I think that I would have did her cutie mark a little differently, and maybe I should have added a highlight to her hair because I feel now like it's bland looking back at it. But when you're sitting there for 14 hours straight looking at the screen, you're just like, this works. And last but not least, there was a little guy, and his name was Midnight Bolt. So you're getting a little guy. I think he was supposed to be an alicorn at some point, but I didn't make him an alicorn because I don't think he was supposed to be an alicorn in the post, but I think the older he gets, he becomes an alicorn. So, but here, another like baby bat pony, and for his cutie mark, I did it pretty simple. Again, I probably could have done it differently, but after like 14 hours, you're like, oh, okay, I'm almost done. So I was kind of like winded at this point, but I still wanted to make him like cute and purposeful. So like Doom Pit 1004, I'm sorry if he did not exceed expectations. I realize now I kind of made his cutie mark the same as what you had, just slightly different. There's like barely a difference there. So obviously, if you don't like it, totally understand. But I realize a lot of people's OCs, like when they're younger, they have this like very fluorescent color somewhere. Everybody loves a fluorescent color for some reason, like a neon, like this neon blue right here. And it's like, I get it's like to be like this lightning aspect to it. Totally get it. But I think that it can be a little harsh on the eyes to stare at for so long, so I did change him up a little bit more away from his original design than you possibly wanted. But to me, the design I made, he kind of looks like a baby from Princess Luna, like she had a baby while she was Nightmare Moon, and this is what we got. But honestly thought he was really cute, and I like him a lot. Again, you guys don't have to keep these designs or whatever, but hopefully you guys like them, and I'll send them to you sometime after the video's been posted, so hold me to it because I might forget. But yeah, gave him little highlights. He kind of reminded me of early like G3 Spike now that I'm looking at him, but I think he turned out pretty cute. I feel like the golden eyes kind of breaks apart the darkness. So yeah, I realized we had 4 designs that are a little bit darker, and of course our elder bat pony is like very bright. So yeah, again, his cutie mark is very simple in terms of what it could have been. I probably could have put a little bit more effort into that, so I'm sorry about that. Probably could have added bats or something, but yeah, this is like an updated cutie mark from which I already had. But I hope you guys enjoy, like, subscribe, comment down below what you guys want to see next, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!